こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I'm going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
誰ぞからのもらいもんか？食いもんかな。あち、あかんかん、さくらに怒られてまう。いいや、わいも怒っとんのや。
はい。いいや、わいも
怒られてまう。いいや、わいも怒っとんのや。
いいや、わいも怒っとんのや。So, let's see. From 怒る makes 怒って。And then let's see, tone is probably short. Oh, maybe this is short for okote. Okote oru. Hmm. Please explain the grammar of E means good, okay, yeah. An emphatic particle often used in constant dialect and casual speech to add force. It functions similar to da, okay. Why mo okoton no ya? This is a constant dialect sentence meaning I'm angry too, so why I, okay, mo also, too, then okoton, colloquial kansai contraction of okoteiru, meaning am angry, so in the continuous state of being angry. So I'm also angry. And then normalizer and then yeah, copula, okay. Let's see. Iya is an interjection meaning no or don't say that, okay? E means good and okay, but here it is used to reject a premise or suggestion similar to it's not like that. How does Iya reject a premise? Iya rejects a premise by functioning as a strong causal negation that explicitly contradicts the previous speaker's assumption or statement. Unlike Ie, which is the standard no, Iya carries a nuance of no way. That's not it or disagree. It is often used to deny a specific claim. Okay. If someone says you're not angry, right? Responding with I means no, that is wrong. I am angry. Okay. It negates the premise that you are calm. Okay. Express opposing feelings. It seems like the speaker's internal state is the opposite of what was suggested. Rejection and offer by implying I'm good. In the sense of I don't need that. It signals that the speaker's internal state is the opposite of what's suggested. Rejecting the offer by implying I'm good in the sense of I don't need that. Add emphasis. The particle ya adds a rougher, more masculine and emphatic tone compared to yeah. making the rejection of the premise feel more forceful or emotional. Is this just Iya dragged out? Oh, so it's not E and then ya, it's Iya with the E dragged out. Okay. It means dislike, but it has a no kind of meaning. Since it's... So this is the word Iya with the first sound dragged out. Well, no, Iya is not simply Iya with the first sound dragged out. They are historically and functionally distinct words that happen to sound similar. Iya comes from the kanji, means disagreeable, unpleasant, or hate. As an interjection, it is evolved to mean no in the sense of I dislike that or yuck. Iya is derived from the classical negative word ina, or e meaning no or not so, in the emphatic particle ya. It is etymologically linked to the formal e or no. The long e sound is intrinsic to the root meaning no, not a stylistic elongation of iya. Okay, so in other words, it's basically a different word that evolved similar to iya, meaning no. This is iya, meaning no. Let's see, functional difference. Iya often expresses aversion or dislike. Iya expresses strong denial or rejection of premise. So it's not that it's disliked with Iya, it's that it's just a rejection of the premise, while Iya is a dislike or aversion. So this is not related to Yoi at all. See, the Iya is not related to Yoi or E meaning good. While they sound identical, they come from completely different roots. Iya meaning no. Okay, origin derived from the classical negative word ina meaning no. Over time, ina shifted to iya, and then the vowel was lengthened to iya, similar to how iya evolved to add emphasis functions. It is purely a negative interjection used to deny a statement. The E sound represents negation, not quality. Okay, so it's not related to the E and yoi at all. Okay. So iya, why mo okoton no ya? Or no, I'm also mad.
Ah, さくらに怒られてまう。いいや、ワイも怒っとんのや。なんやこれ。
なんやこれ? What is this?
ワイも怒っとんのや。なんやこれ。チョコレート。なんやこれ。
Chocolate, yeah, it's chocolate.
チョコレートや。これいけるで。チョコレートや。これ。
Korea ikeru de. Korea, I believe that's a concept in contraction of korede, korea, ikerude. And then de, this might actually be the normal de for once. Let's see. Ikerude. Please explain the grammar of that. Let's see, so korea is from koredewa, meaning this, or with this, or then ikeru, a slang term meaning cool, sexy, good, or successful. It is derived from the verb iku, to go, but in this context it functions as an I adjective describing something as appealing or viable. So ikeru, the structure follows the pattern of demonstrative plus adjective slang, okay, where the subject is being evaluated as a positive effect. It is commonly used in informal speech to express approval or excitement about a situation, object, or person. In this situation, finding a box of chocolates. If ikeru comes from iku, how did that spelling come to be? Comes from a semantic shift of the verb iku. Iku ikeru literally means can go. In casual context, this evolved to mean can't go or it works or it's viable. Viable, cool, okay. By the mid-1990s, the meaning expanded further within the youth culture. If a situation works or goes well, it is good, or if a person works and goes well, it's good, okay. Why the katakana spelling? While the standard kanji ikeru, the slang form is frequently ikeru or ikiteru. Let's see, the progressive form, okay. Slang emphasis, okay. So it's like saying it's good or it's viable, which has that able to do it nuance that you often hear with ikeru. So, korea ikeru de. And so this is actually just a normal concept in de on the end. What situations is the kansai ben ending particle de used like in this sentence? It's a sort of fact. It generally adds nuance if you see or I tell you that's how it is. It states something as a fact, but softer than the standard dot or des. Provides an explanation or reason. It often implies a cause or effect relationship or explains the current situation, similar to saying because or so without explicitly stating the reason. Maintain connection. It keeps the conversation open and friendly, avoiding the abruptness of a plain form ending. Usage in Korea ikeru de. So meaning this is cool, I tell you. This will work. it'll definitely work, you see. Okay, the speaker isn't just stating this is cool, they're sharing their confident assessment with the listener, seeking agreement or emphasizing their conviction in a casual way, a friendly way. Without de, Korea ikeru would sound more like a muttering to oneself or a blunt statement. Okay.
これいけるで。そりゃケロちゃんもこれいけるで。そりゃ
そりゃケロちゃんも I think this is from Soredewa maybe, or Sorede? Grammar, please explain the grammar of Soria is a contraction of Sorewa. Okay, so it's Sorewa. Soria, so Soria, so Soria is Sorewa. Wow.
これいける。
Why, Korea is Koredewa.
そう
Hmm. Why is Korea Korewa while so I said, why is Soria Sorewa while Korea is Koredewa? The premise contains a slight misunderstanding. Korea is not a contraction of Koredewa, but Sorewa and Korewa follow the exact same grammatical formation rule. They both were casual contractions of the topic marker form, not dewa. So, so Soria is Sorewa, while Korea is Korewa. Okay. Didn't you just say in the previous sentence?
これいけるで。
Oh, konnichiwa, Sanchu, genki desu ka? What about... Yeah, let's see. Korea equals korewa. Ikeru equals awesome. Okay. Arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, it's just for some reason this translator translated it differently a moment ago. Wow. It now says korewa instead of koredewa like it said a minute ago. Oh, konnichiwa, Varda, Elentari, genki desu ka?
そりゃケロちゃんもプライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど。
プライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど、So, as for wanting privacy, I understand. So, let's see. So I understand Kyoto-chan wants privacy, but okay, so プライバシーが欲しいのはわかるんけど、
そりゃケロちゃんもプライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど。きっと悪気はなかったと思いますわ。が欲しいのはわかるけど。きっと悪気はなかったと思いますわ。きっと悪気。そりゃケロちゃんもプライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど。きっと
悪気, ill will, malice, evil intent. So basically, bad mind, aka evil intent, or bad will. Okay, so 悪気, that's from the word warui or bad. Okay. So Kito 悪気はなかったと思いますわ。So, but surely, see, for as for not having a bad intent, I thought. So, no, I think so. Oh no, it's more like I think, not I thought. So surely, well, so yeah, so surely I think he did not have a bad intent, or quite literally, bad intent did not exist. So Kito 悪気はなかったと思いますわ。
ケロちゃんも。これいけるで。いやケロちゃんもプライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど。きっとそりゃ
Let's see. So the translator says that full statement as well. I understand that Kiro-chan wants some privacy, but I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. But I'm sure. Okay, I see how they're using it. So instead of yeah, I translated it as surely. I thought he did not have a bad intent. In other words, I'm surely thought that he did not have bad intent, or I should say in English, but I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. Or I'm sure he didn't have a bad intent. You wouldn't say it as Shirley, but you do say it as, like, Shirley in Japanese.
あ、ケロちゃんもプライバシーが欲しいのはわかるけど、きっと悪気はなかったと思いますわ。わかるけど、きっと悪気はなかったと思いますわ。でもね、ケロちゃん私のこと怪獣って言ったんだよ。でもね、ケロ
でもね、キラちゃん、私のこと、あ、あ、怪獣って言ったんだよ。So notice how it's written as watashi no koto here. So when talking about aspects of something, you don't just put the descriptor on the person itself. You put it on the koto. You can think of koto like as like a thing about the person. So a thing about I, which is why it's written as watashi no koto instead of just watashi here. So but Kira-chan said that I was a monster. Or demo ne, Kira-chan, watashi no koto, kaiju te itan da yo.
けど、きっと悪気はなかったと思いますわ。でもね、ケロちゃん私のこと怪獣って言ったんだよ。怪獣さくらって。私のこと怪獣って言ったんだよ。怪獣
Let's see. Kaiju Sakura te, or Monster Sakura, or he said I was Monster Sakura. Kaiju Sakura te, or as she's saying it, Kaiju Sakura te.
でもね、ケロちゃん私のこと怪獣って言ったんだよ。怪獣さくらって。まあ、さくらちゃんみたいに可愛い怪獣でしたら、さくらちゃんみたいに
Sakura-chan mitai ni kawaii kaiju deshtara. So in the direction of Sakura's appearance, or it looks like, let's see. Deshta is from desu. Deshtara would be conditional tara. So if it's acute, so with Sakura, if it's a cute monster, in other words, I think she's just saying, if it's a, so in other words, saying that if Sakura's a monster, then she's a cute monster, I think is what she's saying. Okay, the translator says if it's a cute monster like Sakura-chan, and doesn't continue further, so maybe the statement's incomplete. Let's see, so Sakura-chan mitai ni kawaii kaiju deshtara. So with Sakura's appearance, if it's a cute monster, Or in other words, if it's a cute monster like Sakura-chan,
怪獣って言ったんだよ。怪獣さくらって。まあ、さくらちゃんみたいに可愛い怪獣でしたら私大好きですわ。
watashi daisuki desu wa. That I like her. So if it's a cute monster like as Sakura, then I like her. Or and then Hoe, or as in huh?
さくらちゃんみたいに可愛い怪獣でしたら私大好きです。
So if it's a cute monster like Sakura, then I like you. So in total, that's Sakura-chan mitai ni kawaii dai. Let's see. Yeah. Sakura-chan mitai ni kawaii kaiju deshitara watashi daisuki desu wa. How the does that not have the correct word? This is daisuki.
さくらちゃんみたいに可愛い怪獣でしたら私大好きですわ。うまいなこのチョコ。
Umai na kono choco. Delicious, these chocolates.
いいですわ。うまいなこのチョコ。ですわ。うまいなこのチョコ。
Shakuri. Hiccup. Let's see, it's made from this kanji. Stammer, an inverted reverse opposite. Stammer in the opposite direction, in other words, a hiccup. Okay. Shakuri. Sakura no akubi. Let's see. I know aku is used for open, but what's akubi? Yawning. Okay, akubi. So that's a different kanji altogether, and it comes from lack, gap, fill, yawn. Okay. And then expand, stretch, extend. Sakura no akubi, or Sakura's yawn.
ケロちゃんでしょ。こんなに食べ散らかして。
Kiro-chan desho. こんなに食べ。
ケロちゃんでしょ。こ こんなに食べ散らかして。
食べお散らこして。食べ散らかして。So 散らかす。To scatter around, to leave untidy. So, Kira-chan desho. Is this Kira-chan? Yeah, aka as in, is this his doing? And then, Kona ni, tabe chira kashite. To scatter things around while eating, I guess. Please explain the grammar of It must be Kira-chan who made this mess by eating everywhere. Okay, let's see. Kira-chan Jesho. A nickname of, okay. Desho. This is the presumptive form of the copula desh. It indicates the probability or conjecture. In this context, it means probably must be, or I bet it is. In other words, I bet this is Kira-chan's. See, the speaker was deducing that Kira-chan is a copula based on evidence of the mess. Okay, let's see. Kona ni tabe chira keshite. Kona ni, an adverb meaning this much, to this extent, or like this. Then tebe chira kashite. This is te from the compound verb tabe chira kashu. So to eat, and then to scatter, to leave it, or to make a mess. Combined, to eat messily. To scatter food around while eating, or to leave half-eaten food lying around. Is tebe chira kasu its own individual word, or is it normal to make new meanings combining words like this? Chirakasu, so that is transitive. Tabe chirakasu is a standard compound verb, not a unique or regular invention. It's completely normal in Japanese to combine words this way to create specific nuanced meaning. Verb A, taberu, to eat, converted to its ma stem by removing. Okay, then. Verb B, attach the second verb. Okay. Is it an individual? Yes, once combined, functions as a single lexical unit with its own specific definition, to eat messily, or to scatter food while eating. Conjugation. Only the second verb changes. Okay, that's right. Yes, this is a highly productive feature of Japanese grammar. There are thousands of such compounds. The second verb often adds a specific directional aspectual nuance to the first. Common patterns, tabe, chira, kasu. To start to do something with dasu, or komu to do something deeply or enter while doing. Let's see. Owaru to finish doing something. Tabe owaru to finish eating. Can you just combine any two verbs in a logical way, or are these combined words previously established? Okay, so many compound verbs are fixed expressions with specific, often non-literal meanings that must be memorized. You cannot swap these verbs freely here. Omoi dasu, to recall, literally think plus exit. Productive syntactic combinations, logical. There is a specific subset of second verbs. Okay, auxiliary-like verbs that are infinitely productive. You can attach these to almost any verb stem to create a new logical meaning on the spot. Native speakers do this frequently, like hajimeru, to start doing. So, furi hajimeru, to start raining. Yep. Owaru, to finish. Tabe owaru, to finish eating. Dasu, to suddenly start doing. Warai dasu, to burst out laughing. So kiru, to do X completely or thoroughly. Yomi kiru, to read through to the end. And sokonau, to fail to do X properly or to do X to one's detriment. Okay, so sokonau. The understandability rule. Even if a combination isn't in the dictionary, if it follows the logical patterns above, native speakers will understand it immediately. A learner coined nakushi wasure, from nakusu, to lose, and wasureru, to forget, to mean losing something and then forgetting you ever owned it. Verdict. Okay, this is not a real dictionary word, but it is grammatically valid and instantly understood because of the logic codes. Let's see. So, nakushi wasure, from nakusu, to lose, and wasureru, to forget, to mean losing something and then forgetting you ever owned it. Can you make new ones? Yes, specifically using common suffixes like hajimeru, owaru, dasu, and komu. Are they all real words? No. Many are temporary constructions created for specific contexts. Can you combine any two? No. Random combinations like sleep and fly often sound nonsensical or poetic rather than grammatical unless they fit a recognized semantic pattern like resultive or aspectual. So that all means that there are some combination verbs that are previously established and you can't really change them. They mean what they mean. And there are some things that you can, with common endings like the dasu, komus, and owarus, that you can basically make up verbs on the fly because they have a fixed interpretation on how they modify the verb you match them with. And then there's the third case of you can probably just create a verb on the fly as long as it's logical to understand. It works out. Okay, so let's continue this. So, Kiru-chan desho, kona ni tabe chirakashite. So, I bet it is Kiru-chan making this large of a mess. Mess while eating. Okay. The translator wants to translate it as it must be Kiru-chan. Look at this food scattered around. I think making a mess while eating is probably a better translation.
ケロちゃんでしょ、こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。ケロ ちゃんでしょ。こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入っ
これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。Ah, let's see. This has sake in it. Oh, okay, I see. So this first statement, I think, is supposed to be. Let's see. How does she say it?
もう全部食べちゃって。ケロちゃんでしょ。こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。
Okay, so I think this first phrase is meant to use as a descriptor for the chocoreto. So what type of chocoreto? This is the chocoreto that has sake in it. So is this not as for this? Is it not the chocolate that has sake in it, or in other words, is this not the chocolate, or is this the chocolate that has sake in it? So これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。
こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。もう全部食べちゃって。こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。もう全部食べちゃって。ケロちゃんでしょ。こんなに食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。
もう全部食べちゃって。Like mo as in like I can't believe this. Then Zenbu tabecha. So he ended up eating it all. So mo Zenbu tabechatte.
食べ散らかして。これお酒の入ってるチョコレートじゃない。もう全部食べちゃって。ごちそうさま。
Oh, any questions so far? Okay, then let's continue. If there's no questions.
ごちそうさま。
Gochiso-sama. See, so go is the honorific go, and then chiso, and then sama is the ending suffix. So gochiso-sama. Okay, yes, I'm looking for. Let's see. Thank you for the meal is what it means, but let's see. What's the actual individual word actually mean? Treating someone. So treating someone sama as in like personifying treating someone as a person because someone has to treat someone else. So So, and it has the nuance of thank you for the meal. So chiso, which comes from run, gallop, say, okay, win, fame, and then run. Oh, you see the kanji for horse in the left of this. And is that the Yeah, hashiru, that's the kanji for run, okay. So gochiso sama, or thank you for the meal.
ごちそうさま。
あ、さくらさん。置いてあったお届け物知らないかな。置いてあったお。
置いてあった。置いてあった。So oku is to place. So oite atta is a continuous state of something being placed. Oite atta. So and then that's past tense. So continuous past tense. So there was placed and then.
ごちそうさ
ま。あ、さくらさん。置いてあったお届け物知らないか。あ、さくらさん。置いてあったお届け物。
See, ore kimono shiranai kana. So shiranai kana. Is like I wonder. It more literally means I let's see, I do not know. So see, oh, toroke, article to be delivered or present. Toroke. So probably from torokeru. Torokeru. To deliver. So torokeru is to deliver a transitive, and then torokemono is an item that is delivered. Similar to how taberu is to eat and tabemono is a food. And let's see, nomu. Yeah, nomu is to drink, and nomimono is an item that you drink. So torokemono, okay. Let's see. So what? So delivery. There was a placed delivery item. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. So was there a placed delivery item, or do you do you not know if there was a placed delivery item, or in other words, do you know if there was a placed delivery item? So oiteatta o todo, yeah, oiteatta o todo kemono shiranai kana. Though usually shiranai kana is also used to mean like I wonder. I guess the nuance just has to be figured out from context. So, was there a placed delivery item? Or in other words, was there a delivery item that was set down somewhere? That was placed somewhere? Let's see what the translator has to say for this. Do you know anything about a package that was left here? That's a much better way of saying it. Oiteate お届け物知らないかな。
ごちそうさま。
あ、さくらさん、置いてあったお届け物知らないかな。チョコレートだったんだけど。お届け物知らないかな。チョコレート。
チョコレートだったん。チョコレートだったんけど、so, uh, it was uh, it was chocolate, but so notice how it says datanda, so it is that it was chocolate. So I've noticed they tend to use when they're going to make it past tense, they have a secondary dot. Oh no, the secondary dot is, that's right. If they're going to do the interrogative no, you can't do it up here on the past tense dot. I've noticed they have to make it have to add a second da so they could have the interrogative no here. I'm kind of curious about that. Why does using the interrogative no require a second da? For example, can you not just write let's see, the structure does not actually require a second dot in the way you perceive. Rather, it uses the explanatory form no da contracted to, okay, combined with a past tense copula here. Here's the breakdown of why the chocoreto nda is grammatically incorrect. The explanatory form no da, the particle no is a contraction of okay, is a normalizer that turns the preceding clause into a noun phrase. To make this a complete sentence, it requires a copula da des to ascertain existence or identity. Therefore, da is necessary copula ending the explanatory structure, not an extra word. Past tense conjugation. In your example, the speaker is referring to the past state. The copula da changes it to the past tense data. The explanatory normalizer is inserted before the copula. Okay, so spread chocoreto da, it's chocolate. Explanatory present. Okay, chocoreto nano da. Yeah, because you can't just have no there. Chocoreto nanda. Explanatory past. Chocoreto data no da. Okay, so present would just be nanda. Okay. Why not ndata? You can say chocoreto ndata if you're dropping the final da entirely, which is common in casual feminine speech. However, the form datan kiddo datan da kiddo keeps the da conjugated to the data to provide a complete emphatic or explanatory assertion before adding the conjunction kiddo. The normalizer normalizes the past statement and the da as that's okay, serves as a predicate for the normalized clause. Oh, because the that's right. The normalizer while it's used to make an interrogative, it still normalizes it and makes it a noun, and you can't just end the sentence with a noun. So unless you're being casual and dropping the copula, which means it's still technically there, you still need a da there, because all nouns require a copula. And after this normalizer here, it thus makes it a noun, and ending the sentence with keto after that without a copula would be incorrect. But that doesn't explain why that copula just can't be moved forward, though. Why can't the normalizer be put in front of the past tense copula? Example. In Japanese, the past tense of the copula is formed by adding data to the noun or adjective. Particle is the normalizer that attaches to the dictionary form or the negative form of a predicate to create an explanatory clause. If you want to explain why something was chocolate or provide context, you typically use the past tense of the explanatory form. Structure is data no plus da. Okay. Here no, the formal version of attaches to the past tense copula. You cannot say oh, that's right, okay. Can you not say, yeah, let's try not non instead. Can you not say chocoreto non data? Can you not put a normalizer before the past tense copula? You cannot say chocoreto non data because the normalizer no or its contracted form grammatically requires the attributive form, plain form of the preceding verb, adjective, or copula to modify it. Just as you must use na and not da to modify it. Okay. And shizuka nahito. Okay, you must use the plain non-past form before no. correct structureだったんだ。Okay, so チョコレートだったんだけど、so it was chocolate, but
あ、さくらさん、置いてあったお届け物知らないかな。チョコレートだったんだけど。
チョコレート？
そう、チョコレート。
じゃあもう寝るね。
じゃあ、okay, もう、寝るね。おやすみ。Well, it's already time to go to sleep. Good night.
チョコレート。
じゃあもう寝るね。おやすみ。
おやすみ。
たっくん、ケロちゃんたらチョコレート？
そう、チョコレート。
じゃあもう寝るね。おやすみ。
おやすみ。
Fujitaka.
たっくん、ケロちゃんたら
Taku Kero-chan Tada. So Taku, which is short for Mata-kun, which means completely, but it has, in this case, it has the nuance of I can't believe this. So, and then Kiro-chan Tada, or Kiro-chan Tada. Let's see, how does he say it?
じゃあもう寝るね。おやすみ。
おやすみ。
たっくん、ケロちゃんたらたっくん、ケロちゃんたら
おやすみ。
たっくん、ケロちゃんたら
I didn't hear her double the T sound in this either. She doesn't tend to do that. So Takun Kiro-chan Tada, or Takun Kiro-chan Tada, though she does do the pause for it. So it means I can't believe it. Kiro-chan, or literally it means completely if it's Kiro-chan, which is a way of saying someone's acting as you'd expect them, kind of way. In this case, not in a good way. So Taku Kira-chan Tada.
たっくん、ケロちゃんたらどこ行っちゃったのよ。ケロち
By the way, that says Sakura no. So Aho Sakura no, or in other words, Sakura's an idiot.
ゃんたらどこ行っちゃったのよ。
Doku ichata no yo.
たっくん、ケロちゃんたらどこ行っちゃったのよ。わいはほんまケロどこ行っちゃっ
Yeah, where did he end up going?
たのよ。なあ、わかるやろ。なあ、わかるやろ。ケルベロス言うてな、ずっとたっくん、ケロちゃんたらどこ行っちゃったのよ。
Na wakaru yaro. think if they're trying to say, I wonder if I understand you. Kinorashi. Hey, you get it right? Oh. Okay, so it's not saying, I wonder if I understand you. It's asking if the other person understands them. Okay, so na wakaru yaro. So the yaro is like the right, and then wakaru, understand. So, well, you understand, right? Or na wakaru yaro. Let's see. Hey, listen, look. Now, well, I tell you. Okay, so.
わかるやろ。わいはほんまケルベロス言うてな。どこ行っちゃったのよ。なあ、わかるやろ。わいはほんま。
Why wa honma kiroberusu iute na. So iute is the concept and way of conjugating iu to ite. So it's iute. And then as for as for the truth, I am called Kiroberusu. So I think he's trying to say, I really am Kiroberusu. Oh, okay. The translator says, actually, my name is, Cerberus. Okay, yeah, so, or Kiroberusu as it's said in Japanese. Interesting. So in English, you would start out with the actually in the beginning, but in Japanese, they started with the Y in the beginning or the I. So Y wa honma wa keroberusu iute na.
どこ行っちゃったのよ。なあ、わかるやろ。わいはほんまケルベロス言うてな。ずっと本の番をしとったんや。わいはほんまケルベロス言うてな。
Zutto honno ban wo shitota ya. See, Zutto continuously the whole time. Hon no ban. So, to continuous past tense of doing, but what are we doing? Hon no ban. Please explain the grammar of Hon no ban, the turn for the books or watching the books. Shitotanya, a consonant dialect contraction of shite ita. Or shite ita noda. Okay. Shite ita is past to do, indicating an action was ongoing in the past. Okay. Turn of books. So you're continuously watching the books, or what? I've been guarding the books all this time. Oh, he's talking about the book he was supposed to be guarding. Okay. So Zuto Hono Ban, yeah. Ban is it being used meaning like turn here. So it's his turn for the book. Turn implying his turn to watch it, essentially. So Zuto Honoban wo Shitotanya. So I've been continuously watching the books. Okay, konnichiwa. Let's see. I'm guessing you pronounce that name as... Let's see. Shijijo. Bijo? Is that how you pronounce that kanji name? Bijo. Konnichiwa, Bijo. Genki desu ka? How are you?
わかるやろ。わいはほんまケルベロス言うてな、ずっと本の番をしとったんや。雨の日もしとったんや。
Shakuri or hiccup. Shakuri.
雨の日も風の日もやで。
Ame no himo. Kaze no himo. Yade. So to be a rainy day or a windy day. So also a even a rainy day, even a windy. Okay, so even to be even a rainy day or to be even a windy day. In other words, he's saying he's been guarding the book even on rainy days and windy days. Let's see, rain or shine, day in and day out. Yeah, that's more of the English way of saying it. Ame no himo, kaze no himo yare.
ケルベロス言うてな、ずっと本の番をしとったんや。雨の日も風の日もやで。いろいろ辛いこともあったんや。風の日もやで。いろいろ。
いろいろ辛いこともあったんや. So different somethings. So I've also had different somethings or various somethings.
雨の日も風の日もやで。いろいろ辛いこともあったんや。雨の日も風の日もやで。いろいろ。
Tsurai. Painful, bitter, heartbreaking, difficult, emotionally. Tough, hard. Same kanji used in karai, meaning spicy. So surai, so various emotional difficulties, I guess. Oh, yeah, various emotional difficulties. So I've had various emotional difficulties. In other words, I've had various challenges. So I So, iro surai koto mo atanya.
雨の日も風の日もやで。いろいろ辛いこともあったんや。おっちゃんだけやでワイの話聞いてくれんのは。
Let's see. Ochanda ke da dake yade. So ocha. Okchan, let's see. Why no hanashi, my story. Kite kuren no wa. So, I believe this is like supposed to be kurete iru, but in its in a more contracted form. So, giving of continuous listening to my story. In other words, thank you for listening to my story. And then Ochan Dakeyade. Let's see. Okchan, middle-aged man, uncle. OG. Oh, okay, so it's a abbreviation of OG-chan. Okchan. So Okchan Dake. Let's see. Let's see, to be just a middle-aged man. What? So please explain the grammar of this is Kansai Ben. This part describes the subject established above. Casual time. Okay, for old man, Mr. Uncle. Dog, particle meaning only just. Okay, yeah. Yeah. See, this is concept and is this. Let's see. Does the Kurin. Let's see. Is Kurin short for Kure Kurenai or Kure iru. I think it's supposed to be kurete iru. Yes, the kuren is short for kurenai, not kureteru. Kuren, this is the negative form. It's a contraction of kurenai, meaning won't do. Okay. Many Japanese dialects, including consonant and casual speech, the final I of the negative nai is dropped, turning nai into n. Kite kurenai, or kite kuren. Let's see. Kurete iru. This is the progressive or state form, meaning is doing. Dialect contraction. In concept, and kurete iru often contracts to kuretoru or kureteru, but never kuren. It looks like the person is listening to the story, though. So you're likely observing a common nuance in Japanese communication where the complaint "you won't listen" refers to the attitude or willingness to accept the story rather than the physical act of hearing. Even if the old man is physically present and hearing the words, the speaker uses kite kuren to imply lack of engagement. He's ignoring the content or not taking it seriously or dismissing the speaker's feelings. Refusal of the favor. Kureru implies doing something for the speaker's benefit. Saying he won't listen means he's refusing to grant the speaker the satisfaction of being heard or understood. Teasing exaggeration. Speaker is likely... Okay. In this context, won't listen is closer to won't pay attention or won't take me seriously rather than is physically deaf to my voice. Okay, so I think he's Kiroberetsu's complaining about the fact that the person he's talking to isn't talking back, is just hearing the story and not really engaging, and that's why he's saying not listening to the story. Of course, he's too drunk to realize it's a statue. So, what does the okchan-dake mean in this sentence? What does the okchan-dake mean in this sentence? Let's see. Okchan-dake means only the old man or just you, old man. Here's the specific word. Okchan-dake, a casual, affectionate, or teasing term for old man, Mr. Uncle. Okay, dake, a particle meaning only or just or alone. It limits the scope to that noun, combining the meaning and the context. When paired with the rest of the sentence, speakers asserting it is only the old man who does this. So, in your specific sentence, the speaker is laughing and pointing out that the act of not listening is a unique trait belonging specifically to the old man. It implies nobody else refuses to listen like you do. Or in this case, not listen, but interact with. Okay, you're the only one. So, okchan dake yare. Is this the Kansai Ben ending de particle at the end? Okay, yes it is. So, Ok-chan dake ya de, wai no hanashi kite kuren no wa. So it's just you, it's just you, Uncle Old Man, that's, not listening to my story. Let's see, and the translator wants to translate it as... Okay, the translator is my first interpretation, yeah. You're the only one who will listen to my story, old man. Some translations will translate it as... Well, let's see how he responds. But yeah, that's what I think was actually going on. At first, he was saying that this old man's the only one that actually will listen to his story. So, Ok-chan dake ya de, wai no hanashi kite kuren no wa.
いろつらいことばあったんやおっちゃんだけやでワイの話聞いてくれんのは
あくびや
おっちゃ
ね
んだけやでワイの話聞いてくれんのはなんや眠たなってきたななんやね
なんや
眠たなってき
眠た which would be from
くれんのはなんや眠たなってきたな
oh nemuta oh yeah so nemutai okay sleepy drowsy nemuru to sleep nemutai would normally be want to sleep but it's also a keiyoshi or adjective of sleepy no that would be no that would be nemuratai that's right nemuratai is want to sleep so nemutai is yeah sleepy okay and then this is nebu tan not de kita so nemu let's see nemu tanai would be not wanting to sleep yeah this looks like not de kita though so I've come to become sleepy but why is it in please explain the grammar of So let's see, what is this? And then translates to what is it, or wow, or geez, or huh. So let's see, then Nemuta nate kita, core verb phrase. It originates from the adjective sleepy in standard Japanese nemui, but in consonant dialect it becomes nemutai. The phrase indicates a change in the state of has been developing over time. Let's see. Te kita, so nemukunaru meaning to become sleepy, or to become in a sleepy way. In other words, when conjugated into the te form, it becomes nemuku nate. Adding kuru creates nemuku nate kuru. But here we have the addition of kuru changes the meaning from a simple change of state to a gradual process leading up to the present. So, nemu kunata, I became sleepy, implies a complete change, potentially sudden. Nemu kunate kita, I've gotten sleepy, or I'm becoming sleepy. This emphasizes that the feeling started in the past and is gradually increasing until now. It suggests the sleepiness is still progressing or has just fully arrived after a build-up. The Nemuku Tanate Kita looks like a mix of dialect and standard, often in rapid speech. So this is Kansai Ben. Nemutai versus Nemui. Standard Japanese Nemui. Kansai dialect Nemutai. Kansai dialect frequently inserts T into certain adjectives. Moshiroi becomes a Moshiro Tai. The phrase uses the adverbial form nomuku tana, a colloquial contraction of nemu taku. So nemu taku, which would be the normal way to contract it adverbially, or not contract it, but to change it to the adverbial form, gets changed to nemu tana. Oh, but this is not there. This is not tana. Isn't nate kita from naru kiru? Naru and Hiru is Numuta. Okay, Nemuta. Nemutai. Yeah, Nemutai is Nemuta in its adverbial form. The origin of kita ending meaning comes from the kudu. Yeah. Yes, Nemuta is related to the adverbial form, but it involves specific Kansai dialect contraction. It's the adjective nemui. The adverbial form rin-yo-kei is nemuku. Structure nemuku natte. Kansai dialect nemutai. The standard adverbial form would be nemutaku. However, in casual Kansai speech, the ku sound is often dropped or shortened before naru. The structure nemutaku is nemuta not. Okay, so nemuta nate kita is a colloquial contraction of nemutaku nate kita. So apparently in Kansai Ben, a contraction they do is if you have an adverb from an keiyoshi right before the naru verb. In this case, it's contracted into nate. You just drop the ku and it's just understood that it's the adverbial form. So nanya nemuta nate kita na. So what's this? I have come to feel sleepy. So in the translator translates it as I'm starting to get sleepy. So I want to just copy that sentence. Na O-chan doka neru toko shiran ka. So, well, old man, uh, uh, do, uh, do you not do you know of do you not know of a place I can sleep? Uh, or it could be translated as, or old man, I wonder where I can sleep. Let's see what the translator says. No, doka, yeah, doka is wait, hey man, do you know of a place where I can sleep? Okay, yeah. Wait, doka, is that from... Please explain the grammar of... See, there's doko, but I don't think this is supposed to... And then there's dochita. Though I think doka is supposed to be a casual way of saying doko, if I understand it correctly. Let's see. Doka. This is a contraction of dokoka. Okay, so it's just dokoka. Okay, so doko is well, and and do, dokoka is somewhere. So it's basically a way of saying somewhere. So to sleep somewhere place. Do you not know, or in other words, where can do you know of a place I can sleep? So, oh, hey, old man, do you know of a place where I can sleep? Or na okchan dokka neru toko shiran ka. So na okchan dokka neru toko shiran ka.
できたらなおちゃんどうか寝るとこ知らんか。あっちか。あっちか。
Achika, is it that way? So achi, which is a short, which is a casual way of saying achi, sochida, yeah, achida, yeah, achi is a short way of saying akchi is short of saying achida. Achida. Akchika, so is it that way?
どうか寝るとこ知らんか。あっちか。おお、ベッドやないか。こらえ。
Oh, beto yanai ka korae. So, yeah, is this not a bed? Or is this a bed? Korae. Let's see. see, hey, kora, hey, good. Or in other words, hey, is this okay? Or no, maybe it's like, hey, this is good. Yeah. So kora e. I think that's probably how it's supposed to be interpreted. So. Whoa, that is a bed, isn't it? Great. Yeah, so let's see. Please explain the grammar of kora. Okay. A dialect filler or emphasis particle common in Kansai dialect, often used to draw attention or express surprise, emotion. It does not have a standard translation but adds an emotional weight. So, korai means A, and then a dialect or affirmative meaning yes or right in standard Japanese. This is hai or soda. So the speaker realizes something is a bad, expresses surprise, confirms it rhetorically, isn't it a bad? And affirms yes. Okay, so is this a bad? Hey, yes. Listen, does korai mean hey? So korai is a dialectal contraction of kore wa. Okay, so as for this, yes. Kora, or yeah. So beto ya nai ka kora, little meaning this is a bed, isn't it? Oh, does he say it? Yeah, okay, so kore wa e, or as for this, yes. So is this not a bed, or as yeah, yes, this is. So beto ya nai ka kora e.
Oh, あっちか。おお、ベッドやないか。こらえ。お茶ありがとうな。ベッドやないか。こらえ。お茶ありがとうな。
Ocha, okchan arigato na, or thank you, old man.
おお、ベッドやないか。こらえ。お茶ありがとうな。あっちか。おお。
Let's see. Gomi something. Let's see. Oh, Getsu. Okay, okay, these are the days it's being picked up. So, Getsuyobi, Suiyobi, and Kinyobi. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday gets picked up. Let's see, Gomi. Something. That probably has to do with burnable trash. So I see the fire kanji in there. Something.
ベッ
Anyway.
ドやないか。こらえ。お茶ありがとうな。よっこいしょ。
Yokoisho.
お茶ありがとうな。よっこいしょ。
Yokoi Sho, Huff Heave Ho. Let's see, what is it? I wrote that long. I think it's from something. What is Yokoi Sho from? Is a kakegoe, which is a Japanese interjection or shout of encouragement used for exerting physical efforts such as lifting a heavy object, standing up or climbing stairs. Okay, it is classified as an expression of effort or strain. Similar to the English phrases if heave ho or here we go. While it has no literal semantic meaning, it serves as a psychological purposes by helping people coordinate their breathing and muscle tension during strenuous activities. The term is part of the family of similar dialectal variations, including yoisho, dokoisho, yokorasho. So there are folk etymologies suggesting it derives from Buddhist chants, but these are not linguistically confirmed. It is primarily understood as a functional, meaningless utterance for gathering energy. Yokoisho, okay. Ibiki. Snoring, ibiki. Akane. Let's see what this name means. Rubia is a genius of the matter family, Rubicon. Which contains 80 species of perennial scrambling or climbing herbs or subshrubs native to the Old World, Africa, temperate Asia, and America. Oh, in other words, she's named after a plant, Akane. Kereberesu no Nemu. So, Neiki. Breathing of a sleeping person. So, sleeping and then breath, iki. So, Neiki. So, Kereberesu no Neiki. So, Kereberesu's sleeping, breathing. Sakura no Aho, or Sakura's an idiot.
Sakura no Aho. どこやここは。
Dokuya koko wa. So, literally it's saying to be where, this place, but in English you'd say, where is this place? Dokuya koko wa. Dokuya koko wa.
どこやここは。どこやここ。
Shitsumon ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions? If there's no questions, we're gonna raid, so please stick around for that. Okay, the first raid is gonna go to Brother Dust, who's teaching Japanese by playing through Persona 3 Reload. Okay, we're gonna try to raid Rue. Let's see. Okay, and so that's the second raid. And then the third raid would be we're gonna raid Raw Phil, who's currently playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. Okay, I have to. Oh, apparently Rue doesn't allow raids. See. Okay, we're gonna raid Nonoless, who's currently drawing. So, 皆さんお気をつけてまた明日. Goodbye everyone, see you tomorrow.